Hey everybody! So I am just about to do a video about how to cut bottles with the Kinkajou bottle cutter that I bought, and I realized I don't have any clean bottles to cut for that video, so I figured this was a good time to show you guys how I clean bottles. I think my method's really fast and it works pretty much flawlessly, so check it out! There's a couple of things that you're going to need to clean these bottles. Obviously, you need the bottles themselves, and you need a sink or a bathtub where you can let them soak in some water for an hour or so to loosen up those labels. The next thing that you're going to need is a putty knife or a chisel that you can use to scrape off the labels. And I don't recommend using your best one. If you use a good chisel to go hacking at a wine bottle like this, you deserve whatever cuts you accidentally give yourself, because that's just a waste of a good tool. The next thing that you're going to need is some steel wool, and the finer the better in this case. I've got some triple-aught steel wool here, and we're going to be using that to scrape away the little bit of adhesive that's left on the bottle, and we're also going to use some warm vinegar water in a spray bottle to help loosen up that adhesive. Wine bottles can have two different types of labels. Some are a paper-based label and some are a plastic label. The paper-based labels come off very easily if you go ahead and soak your wine bottles in water for about an hour before you're ready to start. The plastic labels come off pretty easily if you're just able to grab a hold of a corner and slowly pull, and usually the whole thing will come off. Just to be sure, go ahead and soak all of your bottles that you need to clean for about an hour before you're ready to start. Once your bottle's done soaking, it's time to scrape the labels off. If the bottle has a paper label, go ahead and grab your chisel or your putty knife and start scraping the label away from back to front. If it's soaked for a while, it'll scrape away pretty easily. If your bottle has a plastic label, that's fine, they're easy to get off too. Go ahead and lift up one of the corners with your fingernail and slowly peel the plastic label away from the bottle, and it should come off in one piece. The next step is to use your putty knife or chisel and start scraping away the bulk of that adhesive that was left from behind the label. It might take a little bit of elbow grease, but it shouldn't take too long to get the job done. Now at this point there's probably not much of that adhesive left on the bottle, but that's the stuff that's going to smear when you go to clean it, so it's important to get it off. What we're going to do is use our spray bottle full of warm vinegar water and spray the bottle down good, and then we're going to use our steel wool to scrape the remainder of that adhesive away. Again, this step's going to take a lot of elbow grease, but it should go pretty quickly. Once you're done, your bottle should look pretty clean. The final step is one that my mama would be proud of. It is to clean the glass the same way you would clean any other glass, and my method is to use, once again, warm vinegar water and a paper towel, or better yet, a piece of recycled newspaper. That works great, and it gives you streak-free glass every time. And here's our brand new streak-free wine bottle, ready for whatever project we have coming up. Well, hey, that was pretty easy, right? Basically, cleaning the outside of a wine bottle takes a couple of things that you've already got around the house. You need your chisel or putty knife. You need a spray bottle full of warm vinegar water, and that's white vinegar, by the way. You need a sink or somewhere where you can soak the bottles. You need a little bit of steel wool, and I'm pretty sure that's it. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you'll stick around and go ahead and subscribe, because I've got a couple of videos coming up where I'm going to be using those bottles that I cleaned. The first one is a video where I'm going to demonstrate how to use the Kinkajou bottle cutting tool, and I've got a special surprise in there that really helps you make the most of your Kinkajou if you have shelled out the money to get one, and I highly recommend you do if you like cutting bottles. And the video that's going to be coming after that is then using your cut bottle to make a wine bottle pendant light, so that's going to be a lot of fun. Alright, so subscribe and check back for the next couple of videos that are coming in the series. Alright, I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.